أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm glad to have you here. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a Eid Mubarak, belated Eid Mubarak. What I liked about this Eid is that we had fun despite the fact that we were in lockdown. So people wore their best. Many people got a chance to be imams. That's something that you can never get a chance to be on Eid. So there's positivity in every aspect despite the situation. So anyways, today we are going to talk about fasting the 6 days of sitat. Stay tuned. So fasting the 6 days of sitat. Sitat simply means fasting. Sitat simply means six. So there are many narrators who narrated a hadith that talks about fasting 6 days after Ramadan, after Eid. It's not allowed to fast on Eid. Eid is supposed to be a celebration. Some of the narrators are Ibn Majah, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, An-Nisa. I didn't know that one. So in this hadith they say when you fast the month of Ramadan and complete it and then follow it with the 6 days in the month of Shawwal, not Eid, it will be like the person has fasted for a full year. Stay with me here. Fasting for a full year, because we have fasted for 36 days, so what does it mean to fast for a full year? Verse of the Quran that I love, it goes أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من جاء بالحسنة فله عشر أمثالها صدق الله العظيم. So Allah was simply saying whoever comes with one good deed, I'll multiply it into 10. So that simply means when we fast 36 days, the month of Ramadan, and 6 extra days, those are 36 times 10, that will be 360 days, which is a month, which is a year. Subhanallah. So what we usually do is that in the previous Ramadans, we fast the month of Ramadan, then Eid, then after that we follow it with sitat, right? But if we are to analyze this hadith, it says whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, right? So we need to understand that to qualify for sitat, we are supposed to complete the month of Ramadan.
Did you ever think about that?
Anyways, so when you realize that you're supposed to first complete the month of Ramadan, this idea of sitat is actually a very wise idea from Allah, because it's sunnah, right? But if you don't want to fast sitat, you can complete the days you missed in any other time. But for someone who wants to do this sunnah, you have to have first completed the month of Ramadan. So it benefits this person because they are able to complete the month and not wait for like 5 days to Ramadan and the person is fasting the previous Ramadan of 1920 something. When this person fasts the month of Ramadan and misses some days, they have to first complete them, then fast the sitat if they really want to fast the sitat according to this hadith. So I came up with 3 kinds of schedules to help us fast sitat. Yeah. So the first schedule is based on being consecutive, right? So this kind of schedule, we're going to use the person who has missed 5 days in Ramadan and has 6 days in sitat throughout the schedules. So this person has 11 days to fast, right? So after Eid, this person is going to fast. If you have seen this video way after Eid, it's okay. You can fast your 11 days even after. So this person is going to fast 5 days, fast 5 days, so that they complete the month. Then they fast the 6 days. So the person will fast consecutively, right? So what I like about this type of schedule is that the person came from Ramadan, so it's not difficult for them to continue with their routine that has been fasting consecutively. Yeah, that's the first kind of routine. Now the second routine is fasting like the Prophet Dawood. I think we are all aware of how the Prophet Dawood used to fast. He would fast one day, then leave out a day, then fast the next day. So he would miss out a day and then fast the other. So this person who has 11 days, remember we're using the person who has 11 days. So this person will fast one day and miss and then fast the other. What I like about this type of schedule is that the person gets out of the routine of Ramadan, right? And then adjusts the new routine of not fasting. So the person is able to gradually get used to eating again, right? Because when we get out of Ramadan, it's hard for us to get back the routine of eating, because we have not been eating. So it's hard for you to eat breakfast, it's hard to eat lunch. I even saw a meme saying, you find breakfast haram. So this kind of schedule helps you get used to the routine of getting out of fasting and getting into eating. The schedule we're going to look at is fasting Monday and Thursday. Fasting Monday and Thursday has its own kind of intention, right? But we can't have double intention when we're going to fast this in terms of fasting sitat and repaying the months. We have to have a specific intention, that is completing the month of Ramadan and sitat, right? So we look at a Monday and Thursday in the month of Shawwal. Those are four Monday and Thursdays. Those are 8 of them. 8 of them makes it 8 days available. Remember, we are looking at the person who has 11 days. So this kind of schedule is flexible because the person has strictly Monday and Thursday, then any other day of their choice can work to complete the 11 days. Then what I like about this kind of schedule is that even after the person has completed, they gradually develop the routine of being able to fast Mondays and Thursdays, and so far it's my best kind of schedule. So my dear viewers, that's all I had for you today. I hope you got a routine you can adapt and finish the days of Shawwal and get your blessings of having fasted for a year, inshallah. From me here, I want to wish you all salam and a lovely day.